Guru, Va, 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 Guru, Guru, Va, Guru, Va, Guru, Va, Guru, Va, Guru, Va, Guru, Va, Guru, Guru, Va, 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 Guru. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ Lord of Kirpa of Tan Tan Shri Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, who blessed us with this day of Khalsa Sajna Divas, ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਵਿਸਾਖੀ ਵੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ, because it occurred on the first day of Vaisakh. Incidentally, we were discussing Barama and we discussed about Vaisakh also. But today, and last year also we did this about Vaisakhi. We talked about a little bit about the Panch Pyare and all. This year with Vaheguruji's Kirpa, let's look into the mind of Khalsa. How did Guru Gobind Singh Ji created the mind of Khalsa? What did Guru Gobind Singh Ji wanted from the mind of the Khalsa? How can we call ourselves Khalsa, pure? How should be our mind? What should be our mind's discipline? One is Panch Kakari Rahat, the 5 things which have been given to us. Kach, Kada, Kirpan, Kanga, Keski. But then, what about the mind? What discipline should we have for our mind so that we can call ourselves Khalsa, so that we can become Khalsa? This was a conversation between Bhai Nandlal Ji and Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. It is historically known as Tankha Nama also. I'm just picking up one of the chopai, which starts with the definition of Khalsa. Let's see how long we can go for it, right? Because we have to do Simran also and all. But at least the first chopai, we should get a good idea for the discipline of the Khalsa, although it is very interesting, right? And this is a conversation. So when you are there, just think you are asking a question from Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. Maharaj Ji, please help me and tell me how should my mind be, and bless me with your wisdom so that I can have same mind as you perceived. This is how we should read this. आओ जी शुरू करिए. चौपाई खालसा सो जो निंदा त्यागे. Maharaj is talking about the mind of Khalsa, how a mind can become a Khalsa. Outside appearance, very important, but it still can be worn by anybody. But the real test is how our mind is. Maharaj says Khalsa's first rehat, first discipline, very first discipline, sab to pehli cheez, Khalsa sojo ninda tyage. No gossiping, no slandering. And we read it also every day, multiple times. We have read this Shabad about in India. Remember, whatever rehat is given to us by Guru Sahib, that's the same thing is there in Gurbani Guru, Tan Tan Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. Maharaj is telling us the same thing. And we read it multiple times. Khalsa so jo nindya tyage. And Maharaj says, Ninda pali kise ki nahi manmukh mugd karan. If somebody even has a Khalsa appearance physically, but is doing Nindya Chugli or is hearing Nindya Chugli, gossiping and slandering. Sometimes doing, we stop it, sometimes we hear it. Try, whenever somebody is doing gossiping and slandering, what we need to try is, we need to stop them right away. Or tell them, let's keep it little. Let's talk about only such. Because there's no benefit. Maharaj says, if you are doing it, you are manmukh. You are not a gurmukh. You are not a khalsa. Manmukh mugd kar. You are foolish if you are doing it. You are going with your mind. You are not going with the Guru's mind. You are not going with the Guru Gobind Singh Ji's mind. Ninda pali kise ki nahi manmukh mugd karan muh kale tin nindka narke kor pavan. Their mouth, their face will be blackened. Their face will be blackened. Who will blacken their face? And when and how? When they will leave this body. For example, किसी ਨੂੰ आदत पै गई बड़ी माड़ी कि उन्हें हर गल ते निंदा चुगली करनी है, gossiping and slandering. What will happen? What will happen is when they will leave this body, these 5 doots which are sitting inside them, they will come out and become Jamdoot. And they will blacken their face of their Sukham body, of their mind. क्योंकि काला मन है वैसे ही उते कालक ही लानी है. Because the Sukham mind also has a form. If we will not change our form to Jot Swarup Vaheguru, Man tu Jot Swarup hai apna mool pechan, then mind also has a form described in Gurbani. E man karma, e man dharma, e man karma, e man panch tat ka janma. E man karma. If your mind is only doing karams, then what is happening to your mind? Your mind is just sitting in the same way as your physical body. But if your mind is doing dharam, what is dharam? The definition of dharam: sarab dharam mein shresth dharam, har ko naam jap nirmal karam. But if the mind is going towards the live, eman karma, eman dharma, eman panch tat ka janma. Can they, if the mind will become jot swarup, will go on the path of live, then that's fine. But if it is only doing karam, then whatever the form of five elements is, same will be the form of the mind or the sukham. Same. It will be different in terms of physically you cannot touch it, but it will still have sukham tat, subtle elements. Because these five tats also came from sun. Panch tat suno pargasa. Can they? That's why don't do Nindya Chugli. So the first discipline of the mind, the path of the mind is that we have to stop doing gossiping and slandering. We all have to try at least. कोशिश करनी पहली रात ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਨਾ ਮੇਰੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਤੇ, it is because we have not stopped doing slandering and gossiping. ਫਿਰ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਮੂੰਹ ਕਾਲੇ ਤਿੰਨ ਨਿੰਦਕਾਂ ਨਰਕੇ ਘੋਰ ਪਵਨ. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨਰਕੇ ਘੋਰ. What is core? Deep in the hell. Different punishments are described, and some other day we will talk about what different punishments are described. Khalsa so lada hoye age. Kinde man na strong ho jaye Khalse da. Kidde na ladana? Who should the Khalsa fight with? First fight is within the five the thieves. Panch duttan de naal. Pehli ladai. Because we are becoming slaves of five thieves: lust, greed, anger, attachment, ego. Pehla ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਲੜਨਾ. Then you can fight with the evil. First, evil inside we have to fight. Evil inside we have to fight. Then evil outside. Khalsa so जो देवे दाना, खालसा सो जो मारे खाना. कहते दान देंदा. किस चीज दा दान गुरु प्यारे? Again, this is the rehat of mind Maharaj is talking about. आप जपो अवरा नाम जपो. Whatever you learn in the sangat, with Vaheguru Ji's kirpa, ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਨਾਮ ਜਪਦੇ ਆ, now Maharaj has already taught us, okay, that we have to do Sasgras Simran, and we are doing it also Sasgras Simran with Vaheguru Ji's kirpa, not out of home. We have to teach the same thing to others. ਉਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਦਾ ਦਾਨ ਦੇਣਾ. That is the daan which we have to give. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਤਾਂ ਮੇਰਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਹੈ. ਖਾਲਸਾ ਸੋ ਜੋ ਮਾਰੇ ਖਾਨਾ. Next line, very clear, which we talked about the lade. Khalsa so jo pancha ko mare. Kinnu marna? Who should we kill first? The five evils which are inside us. ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਨੇ. ਖਾਲਸਾ ਸੋ ਜੋ ਕਰਮਾ ਕੋ ਸਾੜੈ. The bad karms which we have from so many yugs, from Satyug, Treta Yug, Dwapar, Kal Yug. So many yugs we are doing all the bad karms, the evil things which we have been doing. And then Khalsa will come in the Sangat and will not only kill his own bad karams, but also the bad karams help others also killing their bad karams. Burn their bad karams. That's why we got this birth. Janam hama kalak tome. We have to wash our mind. Man nu dhona. Karma nu. That's why, with the Brahm Agan which is there inside. Kal's Jal is there everywhere in all our senses. We have to cut the Kal Jal through Brahm Agan. When we do Simran, Vah, Guru, Vah, Guru. When we do tummy in, tummy out, Brahm Agan is there. With the Brahm Agan, we can burn the Kal's Jal. We can burn our previous actions, bad actions. Khalsa sojo, man tyagya. People get confused with this thing. I had an incident yesterday. We get confused. Maharaj never tells us not to stand for the truth. Maharaj ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਿ ਸੱਚਾਈ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਖਲੋਵੋ ਨਾ. Rather, Khalsa was created to stand for the truth. If you are standing for the truth, you are not being arrogant. You are not having ego. मान किस चीज का त्यागना है? अपना मान त्यागना है. We have to kill our own arrogance, not for standing the truth. If the truth is there, if some bedbi is happening, if some disrespect is happening, you should stand for that. Then you are not a Khalsa. Actually, within this is Tankhanama is a big document, a long document. You all should read this Tankhanama. The famous saying is also there that if your ears are hearing the bad mouthing of the Guru, you should use your kirpan. Because Gurbani Guru is everything for us, right? We have to have the wisdom of Gurbani Guru. We have to make sure nobody dishonors, disrespect Gurbani Guru. I'm not talking about the fools. I'm talking about the people who call themselves Sikhs. We should talk with them. We should explain them, peacefully tell them, right? But if they don't agree, then we should stand for the truth. I'm not saying kill them or anything. I'm just saying stand for the truth. Khalsa sojo man tyage. Haan. But if somebody is telling us that you are bad, you are so and so, then yes, that's fine. Onu tyag deo. Let them say it. And if you have done something wrong, learn from it. बड़े मन ਨੂੰ strong ਰੱਖਣਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰਿਓ. If something we have done wrong, then accept it. That's fine. But not on the pretext of respect of Gurbani Guru. Kende, when Khalsa follows all these things, will not do gossiping and slandering, will not or will kill the 5 thieves inside them, Kende, that Khalsa will wake up when they do Simran. Through Simran. Khalsa sojo andin jagya. Simar, simar, simar gur apna soya man jagai. The mind should wake up day and night. Khalsa sojo andin jagya. You samajh hove that I am talking with someone in Trigun or in Chautha Pad. We should be aware of that if somebody is provoking you, don't get provoked. Because provocation happens in Tingun. Khalsa so par drishch ko tyagya. Par prai drishti. Meaning don't put your eye on the somebody else. Maharaj is promoting Grasti Jeevan here. That you should live in a Grasti Jeevan, in a family life. With your wife and a husband and the kids. If you are happily married, don't look into other person's wife. If you are a lady, don't look into the other person's husband. Basically, this is a mind of Khalsa. Kaam to bach ke rehna aapko. Khalsa so naam rat lag gaya. Kende rom rom simran. Khalsa should be such who is doing Ram Ram Simran, who has a kirpa of Ram Ram Simran. The Ram Ram Simran kide aayega, Guru Pyareo? Ram Ram Simran will come only for those who is doing every day Amrit Vela, 2-3 hours of Sasgira Simran, Sas Antargat Simran. Then kirpa of Ram Ram Simran happens. ਐਵੇਂ ਥੋੜੀ ਰੋਮ ਰੋਮ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ. There is no jukti for Rom Rom Simran. Rom Rom Simran happens only with the kirpa of Vaheguru. Gurmukh Rom Rom har tyave. Khalsa so naam rat lage. Every cell of the body is doing Simran. Khalsa so Gurbani hit lave. Khalsa's mind should always be connected with Gurbani. Your life should revolve around Gurbani Guru. Gurbani Guru should be everything for us. Not just reading, not just listening, but following Guru's Updesh. Doing practical of Gurbani. Bani Guru. Guru hai Bani, which Bani Amrit sare. Gurbani kahe, Sevak jan manai, Partak Guru nistare. Gurbani kahe. Whatever Gurbani tells us, we have to do it. Sevak jana mane. Taiyo hit lagega na. Then only our mind will be there. If we are not doing what Gurbani is telling us, then that means we are not connected with Gurbani. Khalsa so sar mohe khave. This is the rahat of Sarablo Vivek. During those times, Maharaj used to tell everybody that because our batta, the Sarablo batta is used, the full iron batta is used for Amrit Sanchar. So Maharaj used to say that whosoever is learning this rahat here should follow the same rahat. Even today, doctors are saying that if you eat in iron balls or iron utensils, you will not be anemic. But more to this is there related to the mind. There is a reason about the Sarablo, about the iron utensils. Nihang Singhs today also, when they wash their Sarablo batte, when they wash their Sarablo utensils, you know what they say? Some of the Nihang Singhs, they'll keep on washing because it takes long time to clean the Sarablo utensils. And they say they do Simran with it. They say just like we are taking the rust out of the Sarablo, same way we have to take the filth out of our mind. Our mind has to become like Sarablo, the pure. Sarablo means, Sarab means pure. Pure loya. Without any rust. Clean, shining. So Maharaj is saying, Khalsa so sarmo khave. He should eat it in Sarablo, but make sure that mind is so strong. That mind is not inflicted with the 5 thieves. Kalak na lag je man. Man nu jangal na lag je. Shabad de naal man nu dhona. Man ਧੋਵੋ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਲਾਗੋ ਹਰਸ਼ੋ ਰਹੋ ਚਿਤ ਲਾਏ. Dohra, let's see how far we can go today. Dohra, खलक खालक की जान है, खलक खालक की जान कै, खलक दुखावे नाहे, खलक दुखै जब नंद जी, खालक होपै ताहे. There are 2 things here. What is khalak? Khalak is this whole universe, this creation, this world. कहते खलक खालक की जान है. कहते this creation is where Vaheguru Ji lives in. खलक खालक की जान कै खलक दुखावे नाहे. कहते if you are spoiling this creation, if you are doing bad things to this creation, and pollution and everything comes along with it. And remember, Maharaj is also saying one another thing, and we read it from Gurbani. Jo barmande, soi pinde, jo khoje, so paye. The way Maharaj is given us our mind's real form is Jot. We don't have, just like we don't pollute our world, we don't have to do pollution in our world, we don't have to pollute our mind also. Because mind is Jyotsru. And inside our mind, Vaheguru is also there. Inside the Sukham Murat, Naam is also there. Sukham Murat, Naam Niranjan, Kaya ka Akar. Vaheguru is inside there. Khalak Khalak ki jaan kya? Kende this body, this Dehi, Sukham Murat is also given to us by Vaheguru. Khalak Khalak ki jaan kya? Khalak dukhave nahi. Kende dukh nahi dene Khalak no. What is the dukh? Biggest dukh which we have? The dukh of life and death, which happens because we are connected with the five thieves. Panch Dutta Dena. Kehne dukhana nahi. The way Maharaj has given us this mind, the real form of the mind, which is Jyotsru, we have to make sure we keep it Jyotsru, not get connected with the five thieves, not with the lust, greed, anger, attachment, and ego. खलक दुख है जब नंद जी खालक को पैता है. कहते महाराज खुश नहीं होंगे. Maharaj says, I gave him such a precious thing, just like our parents give us something very precious and we spoil it. Similarly, this Manukha Dehi given to us is very precious. Pai Prapat Manuk Dehuriya Gobind Milan ki eh teri bariya अवर काज तेरे किते ना काम मिल साध संगत पज केवल ना. कहते you have got this body for a purpose. Don't spoil it physically and mentally both. Physically, how we spoil it? When we change the form of our physical body. When we तापा दुख देने. Even this physical body has been given to us. It's very precious. And we have to make sure with Vaheguruji's Kirpa, we keep it as is, the way Guru Sahib has given us, with the case intact, the physical form intact. And Maharaj is telling this, Khalak dukh hai jab Nand ji. कहते जो दुख आंदा ना खलक नु, this physical body, when we do a dukh on that, कहते Vaheguru Ji is not happy. जे खालक को पे ताहे चौपई खालसा सो जो निर्तन को पाले. निर्तन homeless. कहते महाराज कहते हैं this is by the nature of a khalis mind, the pure mind, that it will help the helpless people, homeless people, people who don't have money, who are poor. Automatic है गुरु प्यारे. It is not something which we are going to get a credit out of it, but the nature of Khalsa should be to do the seva, physical seva. Khalsa so जो दुष्ट को गाले. And it is a job of Khalsa, mind Khalsa, that evil doers, first we have to kill the 5 evils inside. And once we are strong in there, we make sure that externally also we speak, we protect people from the evil doers. कहते उन्हें गाल दियो, साड़ दियो. inside. लेकिन वही गल का गुरु प्यारे, you know, this is what is happening. Jihad, which is a Muslim term, they think we have to do a jihad outside. First, the jihad has to be done inside. If you will read the Quran, jihad has to be done inside first to kill the 5 thieves of the mind. What is happening is we are very eager to do the jihad outside, to kill the dusht, the evil outside, but we don't do it inside. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਅੰਦਰ ਸਾਧੋ, ਅੰਦਰ ਖਾਲਸ ਬਣੋ, ਖਾਲਸਾ ਸੋ ਜੋ ਨਾਮ ਜਪ ਕਰੇ, basic ਰਹਿਤ. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ if you have not killed the 5 thieves inside, the dusht inside, how will you kill the dusht outside? ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਆਪਣੇ ਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ control. Then we don't have a control on ourselves. With the naam jap, then only we can have a control on our mind. Then we can kill the evils outside. Khalsa so malech pad chade, evil doers again. Can they fear? But Khalsa so jo naam jap kare. I remember one of the Gurmukh Pyare, I know, I'm not going to take his name. He went to Bhai Sukhdev Singh Babbar Khalsa. He went there and he said, Bhai Sahib ji, I also want to do the seva. I have Amrit Chak now, I have become a Khalsa. I also want to do the seva for the Qaum. Bhai Sukhdev Singh Babbar asked him how much Amrit Vela he has. He said, are you doing the seva at home first? He didn't understood. Then he said, are you doing Simran? How much time you do Simran? Then he was little bit Simran I do. Little bit Simran I do. Then Bhai Sukhdev Singh Babbar said, Sant ki seva naam te aayi. Pehla Guru Pyare apna man sadhana. First, our mind has to become the Khalas. Khalsa so malech par chade. Then only we can kill the devils, the evils outside. Khalsa so नाम से जोड़ा है, आप जपो अपना नाम जपो. सिर्फ इतने नहीं ड्यूटी खत्म हो जाती. Our duty is not done only by just doing naam jap ourselves, but whatever kirpa we get, we share it with others also. We help others also jap naam. And then when you do that, lot of kirpa happens. What kirpa happens? Khalsa so bandhan ko tode. In the worldly bondages, the relationships which we have, the worldly attachments which we have, then only we can meet Vaheguru. Bandhan jini der tak nahi tuttange, we cannot meet Vaheguru. Khalsa so bandhan ko tode. Khalsa so jo chade turang. Turang is horse. Khalsa learns how to ride on the horses. Today, it's a different day and age. But remember, even when you buy a motorbike or anything, they say, what is the horsepower of that? But the more important point here is that we have to be active also. We have to be physically strong also. But if we are not mentally strong, then how can we be physically strong? That's why Maharaj says, first become mentally strong for everything. Khalsa so jo kare nit jang. Same thing Guru Ramdas Sache Pasha also said. When there were one day, some Gursikhs came to Guru Ramdas Sache Pasha at the Amrit Vela. They had some thing which they needed to ask Guru Sahib. And the Sevadar was sitting outside. I forgot the name of the Sevadar. And he said, wait for a while. Guru Ramdas Sache Pasha is doing Simran. And they could hear it. Very loud Simran. And when Maharaj was done with the Amrit Vela, the Sangat went inside. And the first question they asked to Guru Sahib, Guru Sahib, you are responsible for this whole world. You are Vaheguru yourself. Why you have to do the Simran? Then Guru Ramdas Sache Pasha said, Kaam krodh nagar mein sabla nit ut juj karij. Every day you have to fight with these 5 thieves. This Kaam and Krodh is with every physical person. Does not matter who you are. Khalsa sojo kare nit jang. Khalsa sojo shastar ko tare. That's why we have to have the shastar. 2 shastars. Guru Har Gobind Sahib Sache Pasha gave us 2 different shastars. One shastar for Miri, one for Piri. One for physical shastar, the kirpan which we wear. One for Piri, the khanda of Naam. Again, it boils down to the same thing. We need to have a khanda of Naam also. If we don't have a khanda of Naam, then we can do mistakes with the physical khanda, with the physical kirpan. That's why Maharaj says, khanda of Naam is must, so that you can use the shastar outside. Khalsa sojo shastar ko tare. Khalsa so dusht ko mare. Inside dusht, outside dusht. Khalsa so dharam ko pala. The dharam of truth, the Gurbani. All our Singhs did a Shahidi just to protect the dharam, the truthfulness, the righteousness, connecting with the Naam, making our mind liberated. Unnu palna. They gave the Shahidi to protect the Gurbani Guru. Khalsa so sees chhatar de nal. दोहरा दोई फिरे अकाल की निंदक टिके ना कोए बन पर्वत सब भजेंगे तरे जगत में सोए. Ban Parbat. कहते निंदक will not survive. At the end of the day, Khalsa so sees chhatar de naal. Khalsa will always get honor at the end. The truth will win. The evildoers will run away. Dohi fire akal ki. And akal as in Vaheguru is telling that the nindaks, the evildoers, will not stay. Ban Parbat sab bhajenge. They will run away. And that's what happened then. When the Khalsa army with Baba Bandar Singh Bahadur, all the Nindaks ran away. And it will happen again and again. But we have to make sure our mind is strong. Our mind is khalas. If our mind is not khalas, then this will not happen. With the last chopai, we will end today's lecture, but it is very important. What was the vision of Khalsa of Guru Gobind Singh Ji? Chopai, suno Nandlal ehsaj. Can they take this message? Take this message and spread it to all the Sikhs. Pragat karunga apna raj. Can they, my Raj will come. My kingdomship will come. How? Remember this, very important. Khalistan will be there. Khalis Raj, Khalsa Raj, whatever you want to say, will happen. Pragat karunga apna Raj. But what is the definition of Khalsa Raj? Next line. चार वरन एक वरन कराऊं, वाहेगुरु का जाप जपाऊं. चार वरन, four castes, they will become one. There is no Hindu, there is no Muslim, there is no Christian, there is no Sikh, there is no Shudra, there is no Brahman, there is no Vash. Everybody is same, one, whose mind is khalis. Vaheguru ka jap japaun. With Vaheguru's jap. You know, people talk about, oh, where did Guru Gobind Singh Ji said? This is where Guru Gobind Singh Ji said that we have to jap Vaheguru. चार वरन एक वरन कराऊं, वाहेगुरु का जाप जपाऊं. I remember the famous Gursikh Bhai Jeevan Singh Ji. Somebody asked him, Bhai Sahib Ji, we are talking about Khalistan. Can you speak few words about Khalistan? He came to the stage. He was given the mic and he said, if you want to make Khalistan, become Khalsa. The definition of Khalsa, we read it today. चार वरन एक वरन कराऊं, वाहेगुरु का जाप जपाऊं. सिर्फ बड़का मारन नाल नहीं, जकारे छड्डन दे नाल नहीं. We have to jap वाहेगुरु. आओ जी गुरु प्यारियो, let's jap वाहेगुरु. How? The way Tan Shri Guru Ramdas Sache Pasha told us, the way Guru Nanak Dev Ji told us. Gaviye, suniye, man rakhiye, pao. We have to say, Vah, listen to our voice. Guru, listen to our voice. Aao ji, shuru kariye. Vah, Guru, 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 Vah, ਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ। ਅੰਤਰਗਤ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰੇ। Mind should chant, mind should listen. ਮਾਨੀ ਜਪੇ ਤੇ ਮਾਨੀ ਸੁਣੇ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਹਮ ਅਵਗੁਣ ਪਰੇ ਏਕ ਗੁਣ ਨਾਹੀ, ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਛਾੜ ਬਿਖੈ ਬਿਖ ਖਾਈ। ਮਾਇਆ ਮੋਹ ਪਰਮ ਪੈ ਭੂਲੈ, ਸੁਤ ਦਾਰਾ ਸਿਉ ਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਲਗਾਈ। ਇਕ ਉਤਮ ਪੰਥ ਸੁਣਿਓ ਗੁਰ ਸੰਗਤ, ਤੈ ਮਿਲੰਤ ਜਮ ਤਰਾਸ ਮਿਟਾਈ। ਇਕ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਪਾਠ ਕੀਰਤ ਕੀ, ਗੁਰ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਰਾਖੋ ਸ਼ਰਨਾਈ। ਇਕ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਪਾਠ ਕੀਰਤ ਕੀ, ਗੁਰ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਰਾਖੋ ਸ਼ਰਨਾਈ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਭੁੱਲਾਂ ਚੁੱਕਾਂ ਦੀ